WWE's ratings are down. Looks like we better get a good pay-per-view. And that's exactly what we got. Welcome everyone to my WWE Hell in a Cell 2015 review. Now, what a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view we had. Honestly, last month's Night of Champions was trash. It was terrible. I hated it. I don't know if you guys liked it, but it was just bad. Like, the Seth Rollins won clean with the roll-up. I don't like that against Sting. Anyway, speaking of that, Seth Rollins is now 2 clean victories on pay-per-view in a row. So that's strange. But yeah, let's get straight into it. First off, we had the kickoff show, which was Neville, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro taking on Rusev, King Barrett, and Sheamus. And I didn't watch the pre-show, whatever. I'm sure some of you guys did, but I don't usually watch pre-shows, and not when it matters. Like this pay-per-view, this match, well, was made on Raw, so it was made like 6 days before the pay-per-view was even on. It didn't really matter. The WWE's probably like, hey, we need to put Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Rusev, and all of them in a match. Let's just throw in a random 6-man tag match. And it happened. I saw the highlights during the pay-per-view. Team Face won. You know, the Dolph Ziggler's team won. So that's pretty good. They won with a red arrow, so Neville gets to actually take the victory home. So that's really good. But then the pay-per-view starts, and John Cena comes out, and he's like, blah, 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 I'm the United States Champion, and here's my open challenge. And he's like, you know, I was going to cut a massive promo, but I'm not. Let's get straight into it. The champ is here. And then Zeb Coulter comes out in Jack Swagger's theme song. So Jack Swagger's theme song plays. I'm like, oh, Jack Swagger's coming out. That's a bit weird. And then Zeb Coulter comes out on a fucking scooter like a beast. He just comes out like one of those fat Americans. Sorry if that's a bit racist, but yeah, you know, he's one of those Americans that come out on the scooter, the stereotypical Americans, and it's really cool. So he comes out, and he's talking, you know, he's like, oh, you know, I was with Jack Swagger. He doesn't mention Jack Swagger, but he's like, you know, oh, I was fighting the Americans and stuff, but it turns out I actually need someone to help my side. I'm bringing out Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio's music hits, and he comes out, holy crap, I marked the hell out. Now, the thing is, he actually said, like, oh, you're facing Alberto Del Rio, and then Alberto Del Rio's music hits. I don't like it that way. I actually prefer when, they're like, oh, your opponent is, and then their music hits, and then they can't say who it is. But Zeb Coulter actually said Alberto Del Rio, and then Alberto Del Rio's music hit after. So I prefer hitting the music first, just because it makes it even that more anticipation. But yes, finally, Alberto Del Rio is back, and nobody expected it. I can tell you, not a single person I know, or even like all the prediction stuff, I never heard once anyone saying Alberto Del Rio. So this was truly a shocking moment. Nobody expected Alberto Del Rio, and that's why it's incredible. I love Alberto Del Rio. I saw a few people hating on Alberto Del Rio, saying this is stupid, but majority of people liked it, and I definitely liked it. This was incredible. Alberto Del Rio is one of my favorites, actually. His 2011 run, when everyone hated him when he was in the main event, you know, won Money in the Bank, and then had a massive feud with CM Punk and John Cena. I loved it. I love Alberto Del Rio. And the crazy thing is, he beat John Cena. So John Cena has lost the United States Championship to Alberto Del Rio. Now, this pretty much confirms that John Cena is going to be going out of action for the rest of the year. You know, all the rumors that John Cena is going to actually leave WWE. He's going to come back next year. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's possible. I don't think so. But now, Alberto Del Rio has beaten John Cena, and now we pretty much know, yeah, John Cena's gone. Alberto Del Rio is our United States champion. That's amazing. And the craziest thing here is Alberto Del Rio is still Triple A champion. No, I think everyone forgot that. But, champion del Triple A is Alberto Del Rio. He's still the Mexican champion, so he's walking around with a Triple A championship and the United States championship. So I'm actually really surprised that WWE lets Alberto Del Rio walk around with his Triple A championship. I'm surprised he wouldn't have had to lose the championship first. But yeah, I'm actually super surprised Alberto is back. Like, why is he back? I was sure Alberto Del Rio is never coming back. I was like 100% sure, nah, Alberto Del Rio is not coming back. First of all, he doesn't want to come back. Second of all, I didn't think WWE wanted to hire him. You know, there was a whole thing where WWE needs to hire a Mexican person, a Mexican superstar, and that's exactly what they did with Alberto Del Rio. So that's incredible. Alberto Del Rio is our United States champion, and I barely even watched this match. The whole match, I was just still freaking out that Alberto Del Rio came out, and it's incredible. So yes, Alberto Del Rio is our United States champion. That's amazing. Out of all the people who who I thought that could accept the challenge. I didn't think Alberto Del Rio would do it, and I'm happy that he is. You know, most people saying, like, the most common one was Tyler Breeze, but no, Tyler Breeze is getting into a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. And second of all, that's how it looks on SmackDown. You know, he came out on SmackDown and said Dolph Ziggler, blah, 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 whatever, he's in a relationship with Summer Rae. And if it was Tyler Breeze, I'd be a bit pissed off, actually. I'd be like, why, if he's accepting the open challenge now, Hell in a Cell, why the fuck did he debut on SmackDown? You should have just let him debut a Hell in a Cell. But obviously that's not the case. And Tyler Breeze is not in it. It looks like he will be in a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. And Alberto Del Rio, with his new manager, Zeb Coulter, is our United States Championship. That is amazing. Second match of the night is the Hell in a Cell match between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. So, before the match even started, Bray Wyatt makes his entrance and he's got this awesome mask on, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a sick, like, it covers his mouth. It's a piece of, you can see the screen on now, this, picture from Instagram, and he's got a new mask while he makes his entrance, and I thought this was fucking amazing. He's doing his entrance, it's crazy. I hope he always, like, does his entrance with that. It's like the Shield, when for, like, a few weeks they had their skull mask, and that was incredible. So it's kind of the same thing here. But yeah, Bray Wyatt has a cool new mask when he enters, and then the match begins. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt in a Hell in a Cell match, and this was pretty extraordinary. It was a crazy match. It was awesome, to say the least. And the Roman Reigns vs Bray Wyatt feud is coming to an end. And I really liked the Roman and Bray rivalry. Literally, the one person I wanted Bray to get into a rivalry the most was Roman. I always wanted Roman and Bray to be in a rivalry, and finally happened, and it's ending now, so it's really, really good. Back at Money in the Bank, when Bray attacked Roman, I was freaking out. All my friends are like, chill, dude, it's not even that big of a deal. I'm like, yes, it fucking is. And yeah, so I'm so happy they got into a rivalry. The big problem with their rivalries, I still have no idea why they are even in a rivalry. Like, sure, Bray attacked Roman at Money in the Bank. Did he even explain why he attacked me? All he says is, you know, anyone but you, but he doesn't have a legit reason as to why he's attacking Roman. So I'm still like, why are these people even in a rivalry? I don't understand. There's been like no context as to why these people hate each other, but they do, and who cares? It's an awesome rivalry. Their matches on Raw and stuff, it's been incredible. Like, remember a few weeks back on Raw where Roman speared Bray through the announce table. And speaking of that, we got an awesome spear here where Roman spears Bray through the table. So the table's on the outside of the ring, and Roman and Bray are both standing on the apron. Roman runs and spears Bray off the apron through the table, and it was incredible. Probably one of the best spears ever. Like, this is going down in history as one of the best spears, definitely. It was incredible. Like, Roman, he's just pummeling out all these spears, like the spear on Bray on Raw through the announce table, the spear here, that spear on Big Show a while back where he's like flying. Like, Roman, he could really pull off a good spear. But yeah, this match was really good. This Hell in a Cell match was actually like the second match of the night. I expected this to be like the semi-main event, like the match before Undertaker and Brock, but I understand why they're putting it at the bottom, like you're at the start of the show, because they want to separate the two Hell in a Cell matches, because you don't want to have Hell in a Cell match back to back, or else like you won't be able to take a breath, you know what I mean? So I like how they spaced it out, so it's really good. Bray vs Roman, incredible. This rivalry is coming to an end, and as soon as this rivalry came to an end, I'm like, I wonder where Bray and Roman are going to now. Obviously, we know where Bray's going to. I'll talk about that later, but yeah, I'm just wondering, where does Roman go from now? Is he going into a championship seek? Like, is he going to seek out Seth for his championship? I think so. Like, what rivalry is Roman going into right now? I'm expecting him to go into a rivalry with Seth Rollins, because we actually haven't seen Roman in a rivalry with Seth Rollins that much. You know, obviously he had a Payback Fatal 4-Way where it was part of that, and then Night of Champions the last year he got injured, so he didn't even face Seth. So yeah, Roman and Seth haven't even been in a rivalry, so I expect Roman and Seth to headline the next pay-per-views. But yeah, Roman and Bray, amazing match. 3 tables were broken in the match. Incredible. The first one, Bray chokeslammed Roman on the on the apron, and Bray choke slammed. I'm stuffing up on my words. I'm so excited. But yeah, they were both standing on the apron, and Bray choke slammed Roman through the table. It's not really a choke slam, but I just call it a choke slam. The second one, the table's set up next to the corner. They're both on the top rope. They're both battling, and then Roman ducks down and hits a powerbomb on Bray through the table. And the third one, obviously, was the massive spear. But when at like the start of the match they're fighting, Roman picks up 2 kendo sticks, and like this dude's a badass. He's dual welding kendo sticks and just beating him with the 2 kendo sticks. I'm like, that's awesome. This dual weld kendo stick is incredible. And obviously those 2 kendo sticks played a big role at the end of the match, as at the end of the match Bray actually put the 2 kendo sticks in the turnbuckles, so it's sticking out the ring, so if you run into it, you ram into it. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck's gonna happen here? This is crazy. I mean, you're gonna die if you fucking fall into these kendo sticks. But yeah, Bray goes to push Roman into it. Roman reverses it. He picks up 1 kendo stick, bashes him, throws him to the kendo stick, hits a spear, and wins. And Roman Reigns goes on top in this rivalry. So the big debate was, who needs to win more, Bray or Roman? Because it seems to be, in like pretty much every single rivalry Bray's been in, he loses. Like, seriously, like John Cena rivalry, lost. Undertaker rivalry, lost. Roman Reigns rivalry, lost. Daniel Bryan rivalry, I think he lost. I don't remember that one, but yeah. So yeah, he's pretty much loses all his rivalries. So people are like, oh, you know, who needs this to win more? I was honestly saying, you know, I think Roman needs the victory more. I was thinking like the way to end this rivalry properly is if Roman ends it. If Bray wins this match, I was thinking, well, I don't think the rivalry would end like that. But yeah, Roman gets the victory with an awesome kendo stick smash, push into the kendo stick, and a spear, and Roman Reigns finishes off tall on a first Hell in a Cell match, and this was a really, really incredible match. But next up, what do we have? We have the New Day versus the Dudley Boys, and this is incredible. Every time, like, New Day's entrance is just incredible. How they walk out cutting a promo, it's so good. How they're just acting like Xavier Woods is dead, it's incredible. Like, it got put through 1 table, and now they're acting like he fucking died. It's amazing. I love the New Day, how they're doing this, bringing out the trombone. They've got the armbands with XW written on it, like remembering Xavier Woods. They had showed the picture of him like in a hospital with his, you know, stomach stitched up, the wrapping around his stomach. It's so good how they're just acting like Xavier Woods died after 1 table shot. It's amazing, you know, the power of the unicorns and shit. It's really weird. The New Day are just incredible. I love the New Day. Everyone loves the New Day. But who else do we love? The Dudley Boys. So the question was, are the Dudley Boys finally going to get a victory? The answer is no. The Dudley Boys will not be the tag team champions tonight. Maybe later, but the Dudley Boys are still only the 9-time tag team champions. The New Day retains. So the best part of this match was definitely the good old Eddie Guerrero moment. This is where not Xavier Woods, he's dead, sorry. Kofi Kingston grabs the trombone, throws, while the ref is distracted, Kofi Kingston picks up the trombone, throws it to Bubba Ray, and falls down and acts like he's dead, and Bubba Ray hit him with the trombone, and the ref looks and is like, holy shit, Bubba, did you hit him with the trombone? And Bubba's like, no way, man, listen to the universe, the WWE universe, listen to the crowd, you can see I didn't do it. And the ref was so like, it was like undecisive. He wasn't gonna like fully ring the bell just yet. He still thought Kofi Kingston was actually faking it, but he wanted to ring the bell at the same time, and it turns out he didn't ring the bell. He let the match continue, so that Eddie Guerrero moment didn't work. I guess you got to do it on Mr. Kennedy. You know, Eddie Guerrero's last match was the one where he threw the chair at Mr. Kennedy and laid down. But yeah, so that's really cool. The New Day end up winning. Kofi Kingston hits a Trouble in Paradise on Bubba Ray and gets the victory with the distraction from Big E taking out the Dudley Boys. So yeah, New Day retain, and Xavier Woods is in here, so it's not going to end the way normal matches do, where Bubba, the 3D hit a 3D, Team 3D, this isn't TNA, the Dudley Boys hit a 3D, and then Xavier Woods will run in and just break the match up like that. That's not how it ended now. Kofi Kingston gets the Trouble in Paradise and wins. So yeah, the New Day retain your tag team championships. I'm happy with that. I want Dudley Boys to win the tag team championships, to be the 10-time champions, but not yet. The New Day are over as fuck. They're so over. Do not take the championships off them right now. They are perfect. Maybe in a few months when they start losing heat. I hope they don't lose heat because they're so good. But yeah, currently the New Day need the championships. New Day are perfect with them. I think they should definitely keep the championships for as long as they are this funny, because they're just so good. Like, they're so relevant when, like, all the internet memes they pretty much say in their promos. It's so good. But yeah, the New Day retain, and I'm extremely happy with that. I agree fully with that decision. So what's next? Next, we have a Divas match. Charlotte versus Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship, with everyone banned at ringside. So no Brie Bella, no Alicia Fox, no Becky Lynch, no Natalya, no Paige, no one. This is a strict one-on-one match for the Divas Championship. And Charlotte beats Nikki Bella. She makes Nikki Bella tap out with a figure 8. Good on Charlotte. Obviously, this was really obvious. No one thought Nikki Bella was gonna, win the championship back. It was extremely obvious. Charlotte obviously retains. She makes Nikki Bella tap out, and Nikki Bella has new attire. She doesn't have a normal red Fearless attire. She has some white attire. And, it looks good. That's besides the point. But yeah, the weird thing about this match is, you know how, Paige is all, out of the thing. After the match ends, Paige and Becky Lynch run out. So Paige runs out and celebrates, and she actually, hugs Charlotte. Becky Lynch is going to hug her, and then Paige, hugs her before Becky Lynch. So, I'm so confused as to what's going on with Paige. This is so retarded. This is even more retarded than that storyline with Paige and AJ, where, frenemies or some shit. This is pretty much the same storyline. It's so stupid. Paige, you hate them. Stop acting like you're their best friends. So, yeah, this is pretty much continuing that frenemies storyline from AJ and Paige. It's so stupid. I still don't understand why Paige came out and celebrated with Charlotte. What's going on, man? Are we going to see Charlotte versus Paige next pay-per-view? I'm guessing so. It's Survivor Series. I'm guessing we're going to see Charlotte versus Paige. But next, we have a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match as Seth Rollins puts his WWE Championship on the line and wins against Kane. And, well, first off, where's Seth Rollins' white attire? I thought he was going to start wearing white for every single pay-per-view and black for all the Raws and SmackDowns. For SummerSlam and Night of Champions, he wore white. And I'm like, okay, it looks like he's going to start wearing white. Nope. He wears the black. Whatever. His attire looks good anyway. Better than Kane's anyway. But yeah, this match, for the first half of it, I was tuned out. I didn't really care. I knew Seth Rollins was going to win. It was pretty obvious from as soon as they announced the match. And now Corporate Kane is out. He's fired. So now it looks like Demon Kane is going to be full-time. No more Corporate Kane, which is really, really good. So this storyline was so weird. They had the full split personalities, and now Corporate Kane's gone. So it looks like split personalities is just over. I mean, it was just really, really weird. But yeah, the match was, whatever. It was alright. They had a good little fight in the outside where Seth Rollins buckle bombed Kane through the announce table. Obviously, it wasn't a buckle bomb, but he power bombed Kane through the announce table. Sucks the announce table didn't even break though. He hit him onto the announce table, but the announce table didn't break. I hate when the announce table doesn't break. It looks like it hurts more when the announce table doesn't break. But yeah, Seth Rollins tried putting Kane through the announce table, it didn't work. The weird thing about this match is Seth Rollins won clean. So Kane rolls back into the ring. Seth hits a few super kicks on him, and then hits him with the pedigree. 1, 2, 3 wins. And I'm just like, what? What are you doing, Seth? You're not supposed to win clean. You're Seth. You're the little weasel, man. This is weird. Maybe WWE's trying to make Seth not such a weasel anymore. But last 2 pay-per-views, he's won clean. It's really weird because on Raw and SmackDown, he still acts as the weasel, and then he comes out here and wins 2 pay-per-views in a row without cheating or anything. That's really weird. So yeah, I'd be happy with it if on Raw and SmackDown he actually acted like he could wrestle a match and win a match, but he can't. But magically on pay-per-views, he can suddenly win matches clean. I don't understand it, but yeah, Seth Rollins beats Kane clean. I really didn't expect that. I thought J&J security would come back or something like that, but yeah, Seth Rollins won clean. I don't like the ending. I really wanted it to, I thought it was going to end in DQ. I honestly thought Kane was going to win by DQ. But yeah, I don't like it because on Raw and SmackDown, he's going to start acting like, the little bitch again. But on pay-per-views, he can somehow win matches. So I don't really understand it. But next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match. And for some reason, it was the WWE Championship match and then the Intercontinental Championship match. I really thought the WWE Championship match would be the semi-main event, but nope, it's the Intercontinental Championship. And Kevin Owens retains against Ryback. Now, again, I don't think anyone thought Ryback would win. It's kind of obvious Kevin Owens is going to win. This is just like the rematch needs to happen. Like, Kevin Owens won the title against Ryback, and now Ryback just needs to use his in a rematch, so now Ryback can go into a good feud, because this feud doesn't really mean anything at all. But yeah, the match ends with Ryback hitting a pop-up powerbomb after Ryback got Kevin Owens up into the shell shock. Kevin Owens grabs the ropes, pushes Ryback away, hits the pop-out powerbomb, and again, Kevin Owens did not cheat. He got a clean victory, considering last time he won the title by a rake to the eyes. But yeah, Kevin Owens, clean win over Ryback. I mean, I don't really care about this match. The match was whatever. It's Ryback versus Kevin Owens. What do you expect? Kevin Owens, obviously, better than Ryback. But yeah, now we can just get on to a good Kevin Owens Intercontinental Championship Intercontinental Championship reign, now that the obligatory rematch is over. So the question now is, where does Kevin Owens go from here? Who does he feud with? I don't know. How are they going to determine a new #1 contender? I have no idea. I'd really like to see a rivalry with Dolph versus Kevin for the Intercontinental Championship. That would be amazing. That's probably not going to happen though. So yeah, I don't know where Kevin Owens will go from this. I'm just happy the obligatory rematch is over, and now we're into our main event. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell. And oh boy, what a main event. From the start, literally like 5 seconds into this match, Brock Lesnar's completely busted open. I don't even know how he got busted open. Like, the match starts, they roll out of the ring, they start punching each other. Undertaker elbows Brock a few times, and guess what? He's fully busted open, and I don't mean like a little bit of blood. Like, his face is fucking pouring, and I'm just like, how the hell does a human even bleed that much? Jesus, Brock, calm down. I mean, Brock's the guy who's the beast. You'd think he's never gonna bleed. No one can make him bleed. But every fucking match is busted open. I'm like, bro, I thought you were like the monster. But yeah, whatever. He's completely busted open from the very start of the match. And then the doctors come and wipe all the blood away, and he doesn't look that bloody for the rest of the match. But yeah, Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, amazing match. You know, people saying, oh, Undertaker can't hold up in the Hell in a Cell match, he's too old. He held up, and they used, like, all the weapons, the steel steps, the steel chairs, and everything. This was a battle. This was a war. Especially the steel steps and the suplexes. I believe Brock Lesnar hit like 3 suplexes and then 2 F5s, and Undertaker's still kicked out, and that's pretty crazy. I mean, people say John Cena kicks out of 2, and then Undertaker's kicking out of 2 F5s here. So that's pretty impressive. But yeah, the match was pretty damn crazy. Like, the whole thing was just a massive highlight reel. Spot after spot after spot, and it was amazing. I just want to talk about how Brock Lesnar won, and I'm extremely happy for that. I always wanted Brock Lesnar to win. I always thought, you know, it doesn't make any sense for Undertaker to win the match. Why would Undertaker win? Because, you know, he had the massive undefeated streak. No one can beat it. And Brock Lesnar actually beats the undefeated streak. And you're like, well, if Brock Lesnar can beat the undefeated streak, then holy crap, he must be like the craziest person alive. So I don't think it makes sense if Brock Lesnar could beat the streak and the next match he'll just lose to the Undertaker. I don't think that makes any sense. I think that if Undertaker can lose to Brock Lesnar, if Brock Lesnar can beat the streak, he should go out and he shouldn't just lose to Undertaker the next match. That wouldn't make any sense to me. How did he beat the streak in the first place? You know what I mean? But yeah, the match was crazy. The ending was awesome. Brock goes full Nexus and rips the ring up, removes all the padding, and it's just the wood. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's just wood here. You are done. And now I think this can finally prove that there's pretty much no padding on the ring at all. It's just a tiny, like, thin piece of mat, and the rest is all wood in the ring. So I think that can pretty much confirm it. But yeah, he rips the ring off, and then he goes for an F5. Undertaker reverses it. Undertaker chokeslams Brock onto the wood. And when he chokeslammed Brock onto the wood, I was like, holy shit, that fucking hurt. I don't understand how, like, he's not, like, dead right now. You just got chokeslammed onto wooden pallets. You're fucked, bro. But Brock Lesnar, the fucking beast that he is, he didn't even care. He's like, wood? What the fuck's wood, bro? I step on nails in the morning. And then he actually gets tombstoned onto the wood. That's where I thought the match was over. Undertaker picks Lesnar up into the tombstone and tombstones him on the wooden pallets, and I'm like, this is over. I can't believe Undertaker's winning the match. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I was literally 100% sure Undertaker won the match there. When he tombstoned Brock on the wooden pallets, if you pause time there and I could bet my entire life savings that Undertaker would have won the match right at that moment. But somehow, Brock Lesnar kicks out of the tombstone on the wood. I was freaking out. Like, I was so sure Undertaker won. Like, when he starts pinning Brock Lesnar, I'm like, oh, Undertaker wins the match. That's really weird. I didn't expect that. But yeah, Brock Lesnar kicks out, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, how the hell did Brock Lesnar kick out of that? I think that's going to be one of the greatest kickouts of all time. Like, you don't understand how much I literally knew that Undertaker had won the match and Brock Lesnar kicked out. It was amazing. So yeah, it's got to go down one of the greatest kickouts. And then Brock Lesnar can come in, F5 Undertaker on the wooden pallets, and there we go. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins the match. Holy crap, the ending was awesome. Undertaker gets F5'd onto the wood, no mat, and he's fucked up. And Undertaker can't walk out. Brock Lesnar can't even walk out either. You know, he's celebrating, he's walking away, and he falls down to a knee. And Paul Heyman's like, come on, bro, let's go. But yeah, poor Brock Lesnar falls to a knee, and it shows he barely won this match. He can't even stand. Neither can Undertaker. And then we cut to the ring, and Undertaker's trying to get up. He does the famous pose where he's lying down, and, you know, he stands up, and he sits up. That really famous pose, and he doesn't do it. He can't get up, and everyone wants him to get up. Finally, he barely gets up, but then he falls over again. So it shows Undertaker can't get up either. So yeah, it shows how Brock Lesnar and Undertaker both are completely fucked up from the match, and that was awesome. So yeah, the match is over. Ending was phenomenal. I'm so happy Brock gets the win, and Undertaker's in the ring by himself. Everyone's cheering for him. He just went through this grueling match. He can barely stand. The crowd's going crazy for him. And this part is, I actually had to watch this after it already aired, so I was watching on the network, and I look at the time and like, wait, Undertaker's standing in the middle of the ring, everyone's cheering him, shouldn't the pay-per-view be over? And I look and there's still 5 minutes left. I'm like, why is there 5 minutes left? I'm so confused. What's gonna happen here? And look, if there's 5 minutes left and Undertaker's in the ring by himself, I'm like, okay, I know somebody's gonna come out. I bet you any money it's Bray Wyatt. I don't know why I thought it was Bray Wyatt, but I knew it was going to be Bray Wyatt. And what do you know? You hear the chirp, Bray Wyatt comes out, and I was freaking out. I was so happy. A lot of people are so pissed off that Bray Wyatt comes out. Like, are you serious, bro? Come on. It's amazing. I'm so happy the Wyatt family come out. All 4 of them. Luke Harper's back after a random absence from Raw. I don't know why I was there, but yeah. Now, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, Braun Strowman, and Bray Wyatt are all out there. And they go into the ring, and they're just staring down the Undertaker. They all get a side of the ring. And this is like a shield where they're just going to hit and run Undertaker. But I actually thought that when Bray Wyatt was coming out, I actually thought Bray Wyatt was going to ask Undertaker to join them. And I actually thought Undertaker would join the Wyatts, but that's not what happened. Undertaker fights against the Wyatts, but he can't do it. It overpowers him 4-1. And the Wyatts fuck up the Undertaker. So it looks like we're continuing the rivalry from WrestleMania 31, which is awesome. And I love the way they carry out Undertaker. They're all lifting Undertaker over their head. It's like Jesus after Jesus died, and they all carry him off the cross. It's crazy. That's just so good how they carry off the Undertaker. I love that bit. But yeah, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts are now in a turf war with the Undertaker. And looks like Undertaker will be heading at Survivor Series. Throughout the whole pay-per-view, they kept teasing Survivor Series with 25 years of the Undertaker at Survivor Series. So pretty much the whole promo behind Survivor Series is about the Undertaker. So looks like we'll get the Wyatts versus Undertaker at Survivor Series. I'm guessing we're gonna get Team Wyatt versus the Wyatt family versus Team Undertaker, versus the Brothers of Destruction. So who could be on Team Undertaker and Kane, obviously, and then there are going to be 2 more people, but I have no idea. But yeah, Survivor Series, it looks like we're going to get the Team Undertaker versus the Wyatt family, which is awesome. So yeah, tell me in the comments below, what do you think of the Wyatts attacking Undertaker? I'm so happy. The way they carried Undertaker out was phenomenal. But yes, finally, WWE had a really good pay-per-view. I'm so happy. I'm so wrapped. After Night of Champions was terrible, in my opinion. We got a really good pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell, I wasn't even that excited for it. And we get an amazing show. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Tell me, did you even like the pay-per-view? Maybe you hated it. Maybe some decisions you didn't like. But yeah, tell me in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.